Everything should be good. I'm hoping. What's with the oh? Oopsies. Not quite sure why that showed up. Anyways. Oh, it's capturing the shortcut hotkeys, which got to adjust for. There. Because I'm a dumbass. Okay. I still need to unlock them, so this is gonna be fun. If receives this message. It's dropping frames. It's dropping a lot of frames actually. Come pandemonium quickly. I don't understand. Okay, now it's stable. Sure, whatever. Could it be? Of course not. Apologies, but for the briefest moment, I thought you to be a dear friend of mine. I realize now that such a notion is preposterous. You told me a falling star would appear before me, and I suppose you must be it. Truth be told, I did not expect the expression to be so literal. Apologies for not introducing myself properly. My name is Tevis. As you can see by my bare face, I am not one of Opus's observers. Rather, I am come here on an assignment, which has been more or less routine up until this moment. You certainly do know how to make an entrance. I must wonder what brought you here, or it's plain that you do not belong here, or any place I know for that matter. Let's go with a good old Asm's familiar. It appears my initial impression was not so preposterous after all. I did not know my friend had such a unique familiar at his disposal. If you are here at Asm's behest, then I believe I can hazard a guess as to your purpose. You're here to investigate Pandemonium, yes? If so, we may be able to help one another. But first, may I trouble you to explain how you came to collide with my skull? I see. I believe that dispels any major doubts I had concerning your intentions. Apologies for being so intrusive, but you must understand this is an uncommon occurrence. I shall pry no further, for I am well aware that we all have secrets we must keep. However, if I may, I would very much like to take a look at this crystal of yours. I just realized the buttons on my shirt are very pixely. And that's not the filter on it. Interesting. Fascinating. While I cannot say much as to what it contains, it is clear that there are memories stirring within. Memories that speak of something gravely amiss in Pandemonium. The facility extends beneath Elpis and is overseen by the words of La Brea. It houses those creations that are highly valued as research subjects and highly dangerous to the star. Naturally, it is strictly guarded under constant surveillance. Several days ago, however, an unnatural shift in the flow of its surrounding ether was detected. Soon thereafter, all communications from Pandemonium ceased. Oh, I think I know what's going on. Okay. And I just missed the line and it's not working. Okay. Now that is some measure of transparency between us. May I offer a suggestion as to what we could do next? I'm mildly concerned by this, actually. Let's move this for right now. Both these are using... Whatever, direct hit rate, critical hit. It's a direct hit rate, I guess. We discovered valuable artifacts in exchange for equipment by speaking with Melanie and Aporia or Joel and Radzahan. Now then, my proposal is a simple one. Let us journey to Pandemonium together. Our destination is the same, and I suspect the arrangement would work to our mutual benefit. Besides, I should have no trouble gaining us both access. I do hope you agree. I'd be loath to part ways from the falling star I had been waiting so long for. Originally, I had planned to conduct my investigation with a friend I mentioned earlier. He had also noticed the anomaly near Pandemonium, so it only seemed natural that we should investigate further. However, he eventually decided it would be unwise for us to both go. If two members of our organization were seen poking our heads about restricted facilities, it could raise questions, you see? I decided to go alone, but he left me with these words. Fear not, for in my absence a star shall fall before you. While I could not comprehend his meaning at the time, I believe now I understand. He does have a way of being right about these things. Even so, his hints of what to come are generally more cryptic. I suppose I should have kept my gaze to the heavens. Suffice it to say that I am grateful for your presence either way. As for the matter at hand, we must first gain access from the words of La Habrea for entry into Pandemonium. There ought to be a speaker waiting at Agnoris's. Oh, down there. I'm gonna go finish up the map. While I am here, get a little bit of extra EXP. Okay. Let me see. Oh, no demo. Rename for your ether for the records. From this point on, you may freely come and go from Pandemonium as you please. Of course, while you have been permitted entry in the facility, the specimens housed inside must be handled with the utmost care. You are to heed the warder's instructions at all times. Sure thing, buddy. Those who conducted work within Pandemonium are called warders for their roles with respect to the creatures within. Generally, creations that pose a threat to the safety of the star must be undone. However, the words of La Habrea have deemed certain such creations as worthy of further study, interring them within the facility. Those who spend their days in Pandemonium are not merely researchers. They must work tirelessly to ensure that none of their subjects slip their shackles. For all intents and purposes, the place is a dungeon. Perhaps such a comparison arouses frightful imagery, but Pandemonium is a frightful place. I know not the purpose of your investigation, but if you discover aught that merits a report, pray do so with utmost haste. Master La Habrea shall guide us upon the proper course of action from there. And I take it that means you have detected nothing amiss as of late. The wards have reported nothing that would cause alarm. Minor fluctuations in ether have been observed, but surely Master La Habrea would have acted if they were anything worth worrying about. I see. It appears La Habrea is kept well abreast of the goings on here, then. I hope I am not overstepping my boundaries by asking, but you seem to be quite familiar with Master La Habrea. Do you know him? Oh, the stories I could tell you. You are no mere familiar, are you? Master La Habrea is not known for being generous with his time. That one would have stories of his company almost beggars belief. Regardless, while I doubt I need to tell you this, he is of the convocation. Take care that your actions do not hinder his work. And with that, we are free to make our way into Pandemonium. The nearest that will take us there is on the eastern bank of Leth. Let us delay no further. Stretch. It's up top. That's like a lighthouse. That's pretty cool. Okay, this place is so pretty. had yet to contain my surprise for Forsaken Princess, but is it true that you two have not La Brea in the flesh? I find you more fascinating by the moment. Still, I shall refrain from asking too many questions. Secrets will make our journey all the more intriguing. We shall come to know each other in time, I wager, or else why would fate have orchestrated our meeting? In any case, let us be off. Truth be told, this would be our first time beholding the fabled pandemonium with my own eyes. Here's to the new adventure, eh? Oh, this is the thing from the demo. Interesting. It is much as I feared. The speakers seemed in such high spirits that for a moment I thought the ethereal irregularity not nearly so grave a portent as I had imagined. Alas, 'twas a fleeting and vain hope. To gaze upon this complex network of chains and wards, the untrained eye might not sense anything awry. No effort has been spared in making this place impenetrable. But try to penetrate it, I will. Even the finest of masterworks is not without its flaws, however. Someone or something is tampering with the productions. Fear not. There is no immediate danger. I reinforced what protections I could the moment we arrive. This will not put an end to whatever is occurring, but it shall at least serve to slow its progress. One small victory, though the road ahead of us is yet long. Yes, powerful forces are at work here. The silence in the air speaks volume. While I do not expect a bustling facility, I see not a single warder. Our first course of action should be seek one out, wherever they may be. However, there's something you must know. The magic I wove upon entering requires my constant awareness. That is to say, if we are forced to fight, I cannot risk joining you in battle. Should I lose focus, Pandemonium's protections will rapidly crumble before the forces assailing them. Were there another way, I would gladly choose it, but let us be grateful that neither of us is here alone, trapped in hopeless circumstances. If we should fail to find a peaceable solution, then I hope that I can rely on your strength to see us through. This request doesn't come as a surprise. At least you receive it with good humor. Rest assured, I do not mean to stand by idly while you risk life and limb. I hope to be able to lend at least a touch of magical support. Interesting. Creation magics do have their uses in that regard. I had it in mind to use your ether as a basis for illusory allies that will fight at your side. Perhaps 7 shall do. Not exactly an army, but by the looks of you, a formidable band nonetheless. Oh, so this is how we're going to explain why we're allies in this? Okay, then so shall it be. Now, what? I wonder, awaits us in Pandemonium's pitiless halls. Oh, that was easy. And fast. I guess I will go do other stuff. Where did I need to go again? What was that? Camp Tranquil. If you are to convince the people that they do not live in fear of Gleipnir, then my words alone may be insufficient. I do not comport myself as an imposing figure, blessed with martial prowess, to say the least. You, on the other hand, are renowned as a peerless warrior who has triumphed in countless trials. Simply looking on your features fills me with confidence that that crisis too shall pass. I pray you stand by my side, that we may speak with who might be joyed by. Okay, bleh. Oh, okay, sure. Seed seers are sitting pretty with their guards and finery. What do they care if beasties running amok? They'll be fine. As for doing nothing while it hunts us, we'd be fools to trust our lives to those who don't care a whit. Aye, past time we went south, at least in Ul'dah, they don't pretend to look out for the common man. Elder Caesar, I was just, I promise you that we are sparing no effort in our hunt for Gleipnir. However, it will take time, and more may suffer before the beast is laid low. Nevertheless, I ask that you place your faith in me, if only for a little while longer. I love the 12 Woods and her people with all my heart, and I will not let our enemy torment us forever. I understand. Man's gotta give voice to his worst from time to time. Nothing I want less than to abandon my home. I'll stick around for now. Okay. It's a lot faster than expected. I'll save them. I must. Was okay. You look pretty cool. I fear he's no space answer pressure. You can bring him to his senses. Hey, someone's standing in the way. Let's just speed him up. All right. Okay, I like that. Ericthonios. Can't be that bad, can it? Okay, that affects crazy. Use room for purposes. corpse of whatever thing they have. Let's see. We're not gonna play this game. I'm a hard casting this. Whatever. Not bad. Use this swift casting slipstream. sure why every time I click into the game it... drops my FPS, okay. That looks kind of funny. I'll take legs too. Oh. The pants. Cool. That was a thrilling display, and if I may be so vaunting, the warriors I spun from Ether fought even more splendid than I had anticipated. I suppose they were cut from excellent cloth after all. We should wait until this man regains his senses. He wears the robes of war. I'd be very curious to know what drove him to attack us sight unseen. Funny just watching me keeping guard. Leo, he stirs. What came over me? It's coming back to me. My mind was filled with a storm of desperation, anger. I leapt to you, though I knew not of your intentions. Pray accept my apologies and my thanks. Had you knocked some sense back into me, I may have fallen upon someone less capable of defending themselves. Yeah, we tend to do that. I am Archthonios, a warder of Asphodelos, Pandemonium's highest lair, in the place we're in now. One must wonder why you're so desperate to keep us out. What is happening in Pandemonium? Pandemonium? The creation's interior within Asphodelos has been set free and stalk its hall to no end but violence. That is not good, to say the least. Has this ever happened before? No, never. Each level of Pandemonium is under the charge of a key ward, who keeps strict control over the most minute aspects of their domain. They're selected with great care, and their loyalty to Master Lahabrea is absolute. Yet something has gone terribly wrong. Change the name of it. Okay. Sorry, I wouldn't mess around with this. I see. Your senses may have been muddled by magics that affect the mind. Perhaps the self-same ones that you saw separate from the other warriors. Whoever taking hold of me, thank you for releasing me from its clutches. That you've come here from the surface must mean some word of our plight has reached outside world. If you know anything that may help, pray tell. Horror among horrors, so Pandemonium's protection indeed being dismantled from within. By the same individual or individuals that release its captives and set them upon you, no doubt. Such knowledge avails us little, however, if we cannot ascertain their identity. Demis, was it? You said you worked for an organization under the auspices of the Convocation. Were they to receive word of what transpired here? What measures would they take? so I must do the same. Themis, I know the request I'm about to make you is a monumental one, but please, say not a word of this to the convocation until I've been given a chance to set things right. Forgive my rudeness, Erchthonios, but my decision cannot be swayed by emotion. You would only be consigning yourself to an early death. Strength of resolve alone cannot win in the face of overwhelming odds. That being said, our investigation has only just begun, and we would be remiss to turn back ere we made an exhaustive survey. So, for the time being, there is slightly more than resolve to rely upon. Heh, I knew you'd be all too eager to join us. Each moment since you fell from the skies has been more interesting than the last. More and more, you remind me of my dear friend, and it just went fast for some reason. Why? It double-clicked on its own. So, you agreed to help? For the moment, our goals align. The protective magics of Pandemonium yet hold, so for the moment, time is in our favor. Let's proceed upon the course you and Leo have set us upon. Themis and Leo, yes? Thank you. The warders owe you a great debt already. We shall be glad to have someone familiar with Pandemonium's halls by our side. A party of 3 is ever so much more entertaining than a party of 2. Are you saying I'm not entertaining? Wow. Now let us turn attention to rescuing your colleagues. Perhaps it would be wise to approach the gates in case any have followed you out. Take freight this time. Interesting. God, that looks so terrible, that chat blocker. Not a sound can be heard from within, which means neither creature nor warder has made it this far. We should begin forming a plan to save them at once. Forgive me if I misunderstand, but you mean to rescue the warders and creations both? Naturally, although they may be dangerous, they're valuable research subjects. I wouldn't see your labor, our untold hours of study, goes to waste. I dare say La Habrea would smile to hear you say such a thing. That is, if we had cause to report this incident to him. Smile? I'm not sure if his face is capable of such. Ah, so you met him before. I was under the impression he really visited Pandemonium. I have, yes. My mentor was the previous head of this facility, so that's to say La Brea's predecessor in the position of Chief Key Ward. Her name was Athena, and she was a researcher with the words. It was she who appointed me to this position, in fact. I see. I did not know there was a Chief Key Ward before La Habrea. Your motivation to save your research subject is not entirely driven by duty to the words then. You wish to also preserve the work of your mentor. You've the right of it. I'm lacking ideas on how to go about that, however. I'm a mere warder and cannot wield interment magics. Interment. Ah, but of course, I can hardly expect you to be versed in the magics we use here. If you recall during our battle earlier, I bound you in ethereal shackles. Interment is a more refined and powerful magic based upon a self-same principle. While both are used to keep our subjects docile, only the keyword of each tier is preferred to use endearment. Even if I were allowed, I lack the aptitude to use spell to any notable effect. Fascinating. I have some knowledge of these forms of spellcraft, actually. Labria himself established a foundation, if I recall. While shackles are meant to bind an object in place for a short time, endearment freezes the very space around it for as long as the caster wills. Indeed, while the illusory beings you summon in our fight suggest as much, I see your knowledge of magic is vast. Perhaps you've already mastered the art of endearment, and I've been lecturing like a child all this time. I'm afraid my knowledge ends there. I have not the precise understanding of how invocations interact with natural laws that would be needed to cast with said spells with any consistency. While I consider myself well versed in various magics, I would be ill-advised to have assumed I had duties of keyword without instruction. That being said, if I were to learn more of endearment and its inner workings, perhaps. Being sarcastic. Well, the solution is obvious when you put it like that. Ericthonios, you implied that what prevented you from performing endearment was a lack of magical capacity. What if I supplement your power with my own? Will the spell succeed then? I can't say for certain, but I've never heard such a thing being done. I believe it may be our best recourse. That is... Is the BRAM temperature on that day? There's nothing here. Interesting. That is assuming, of course, assuming you can perform initial rites and incantations flawlessly. Even the smallest mistake, we would have to start over. You needn't worry about that. I've seen the spell cast so many times that the motions may burn into memories. I won't disappoint. Very well. Let us work out the specifics afterwards. Once we do, we can test out our methods on one of the escape creatures, though I suppose there is the matter of finding one. It would be foolish to rush in blindly, lest we find ourselves surrounded with naught but an untested stratagem at our disposal. Nay, I would prefer to engage a single creature that Leo can dispatch on his own if the spell were to go awry. And go awry it will. I agree, and I may have an idea in that regard. I recall seeing the hippocampus wandering the waterways during my flight. Perhaps it's still there. A few of the subjects housed within asphaltelos are fond of water, and I believe we'll be able to engage some of the beasts without fear of unwanted guests. That shall be our first target, or perhaps subject is a better term, before we commence with the endearment magics. The creatures should be weakened to a sufficient degree. I believe I can trust you with that task. As dependable as ever, once you've given it a thorough trouncing, we shall bind this hippocampus with the keyword's magic. Until then, my allegiance shall fight by your side. The hippocampus will be alone, but as a daunting opponent nonetheless. Its magic warps the environment around it. It will be at home amidst the waterways. Steel yourself for a fight. Of course. Come on. 27 minutes. Jeez. Okay. It's mildly annoying. I guess I'll just go back to doing my class quest. World quest. Can't try. I'm also gonna put on my jacket because I'm cold. Okay. Alright, where is she? Down here. No? It's like she was out doing other things. A single strategy enough to dispel one's doom, they say. Nothing but to wait for death to come. How can we face a beast like that? Do not give in to despair, my friend. Know that I shall do all in my power to see us through this crisis. Hold fast to hope and encourage others to do so as well. I'll try, Elder Caesar, I'll try. I know you've placed yourself at risk, leaving the safety of the city and coming here. That means a lot to me and mine. I'll stay close to the whalers and pray news of your triumph reaches us soon. Thank you. I promise it will not be long. I saw it. A gargantuan beast stalking the woods, with horns the size of my leg. What's to stop it from coming over here to fill its belly? Glepner will do no such thing, I swear. I shall see to it personally that the blasphemy does not come within a mile of this village. Keep heart, for brighter days lie ahead. Truly, Caesar? Ah, perhaps I let my imagination get the better of me. You are a beacon in these dark times. I pray you restore to peace soon. I shall, you can be certain. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Will that be all for now, Elder Caesar? It will. I have done what I can to quell the unrest. But so long as Glepner lives, they will never be at peace. Nay, not in the slightest. The shortest path to a destination is often not the best, and today was a welcome reminder of that truth. Mayhap I should visit these settlements more often. Doubtless some here think of me as distant as the elementals, so rarely do they see me in the outer reaches. You have served me admirably as protectors thus far, for which I am grateful. Yet until we have found Lake Glepner low, I must continue to impose upon your goodwill. Looks a little bit like Ardbert. 'Tis no imposition, Elder Caesar. You saved me on the killing fields of Cardinal. My life is yours, now and always. Your life is your own to command, but I thank you for your words, and your conviction, which fills me with confidence that the path we walk is true. Even if that path takes us far afield. Did I ever tell you that When I was a young student, I would often steal into the woods with a dear friend of mine, much to the chagrin of our teacher. Deep down, I suspect there is still a part of me that yearns to wander where I should not. I need to update my music channel and stuff. Yeah. Elder Caesar, words from the border. We've got ourselves a right bloody mess by the sound of it. What has happened? Per your earlier instructions, the whalers closed the roads to all travel while we scoured our woods for signs of Glepner. But now a group of locals are demanding to be let through into Thanalan. They're terrified by the sounds of it, screaming about the creeping death and God knows what else. Despair grips their hearts. If it consumes them wholly, then we may have yet more blasphemies to contend with. I will speak with them. Wild rumors fuel their panic, and with truth and compassion, will I convince them to see reason and return to their homes. If anyone can, it's you, Elder Caesar. We're doing our best to keep them calm for now, but my man's words paints a grim picture. I pray you make your way to the border as quickly as you can. Where is it? Oh, down there. Let us through, damn you. We're staying here while the creeping death nips our heel. You're telling us to die. Those rumors are false. The Elder Caesar herself sent word that the creeping death is not responsible for the recent incidents. Why does my button keep double checking? Stories. Stories? I've seen the dead with my own eyes. Don't tell me what is and isn't true. Hearken to me, my friends. I come before you now to assure you that the creeping death has not returned. Only those who have been wounded by Glepner are in danger, and so I beseech you to take shelter in your homes until the threat has passed. Glepner? The beast I saw in the wood? We have to run. It could have followed us. You saw him? Where? Not far from here. Those glistening horrors, those terrible chains reaching out to drag you down to the seventh hell. We ran and never looked back. But don't worry, it didn't catch any of us. No one's marked, see? That means we're safe, right? But let's say we weren't quite fast enough. What then? Well, you did. Its horns and claws are where the poison resides, and even a scratch would be a cause for concern. Rip. To him. Even a little scratch. Then it's too late for me? Is that why my body feels like it's on fire? You told me the branches tripped you up. You said that's how it happened. You said. Oh, heavenly winds, guide us to the font of strength. May we drink from it and be made whole. I don't feel any better. Do it again. Do it again. It hurts. Help me. Conjuring has no effect. There can be no mistake. This is Glepner's doing. Even so, I ask that you do not lose heart. Stay strong. For if we surrender to the fear, the beast has already won. No, I don't want to die. Please, help me. Oh, you beastie. for this cutscene. Crap. Said why? Lies. Oh, if you don't know sick. Okay, I need to hurry up. Do I have to fight these? Fuck. Okay, I'm skipping. I don't care at this point. I mean, I can guess what he said. Jesus Christ. Honestly, any cutscene longer than 2 minutes should have a warning. That's creepy. Why are there so few Lalas? Okay, we have 2 red mages. It's an interesting fight, at least. Yes, blind us all. Yep. Yep. That's a lot of AoEs for a freaking small ass here. Oops. Oopsies. Oopsie doopsies. It's okay. It's almost done anyways. He's trying to res me. very interesting fight. Okay. Boy, I had Chaucer's left. Where did I get a helmet? Damn it! Eh, whatever. I knew that you were no mere mercenary, but to make such clean work of the hippocampus, seasoned fighters scarcely have occasion to visit Pandemonium, let alone display skill. Mastery takes all forms, indeed. Needless to say, our plan worked to perfection, in no small part thanks to you two. Nemesis' power was more than enough to complete the interment. Spellcasting was never my strong suit, but that almost made me feel like a proper magos. Truly, having seen your ability firsthand in your fight with Leo, I beg to disagree. Shackles is the one exception, and 'tis only because I've been forced to practice it since I was but a small child. Other magics leave me feeling completely out of my depth. Regardless, it seems luck is on my side to guide me to you. We may prove the impossible possible after all. Seriously? Crit. A fish with more crits. While our successes in sealing away the hippocampus is certainly heartening, the fact that we've yet to see any other wardens concern me. The key ward of Asphedalos is nothing but if not cautious. That will see us gather what warders he could and retreat to a safe area. Let us hope so. It occurs to me that I know little of the key wards besides their magical prowess. Is there aught more you can share? Of course, a man named Hesperos is in charge of Asphodalos. Not only does he have thorough knowledge of the creatures here, but he takes great pains to be mentor to each of the warriors under his charge. He has done much to ensure that I flourish here, in spite of my ineptitude at magic, and I've always known him to be a sort of man who faces difficult decisions with unwavering composure. Furthermore, keywords are not only masters of interment, they can also bend the hallways of Pandemonium to their will with their creation magics. With all this in mind, I'm certain that so long as Hesperos guides them, the border warriors are safe. I can see why absolute control over the environs is imperative. Had we faced the hippocampus upon arid sands instead of the waterways, I expect the battle would have ended much more quickly. In any case, if this Hesperos is as capable as carrying, as you say, we would do well to seek him out as soon as we can. He has, like as not, taken your colleagues to a secure location. The safest place will be the innermost circle of Asphodalos. From there, they can flee to Abyssos if hard-pressed. Even should they have sought refuge within the other circles, if we make for the fourth, we ought to encounter them on the way. Indeed, we shall gain a comprehensive understanding of the situation with Asphodalos, which will be essential in determining whether we ought to continue down to Abyssos. The rub, of course, is that I myself possess no power to bend the circles to my will. Instead, we must proceed through the central corridor, which was barred by Phoenix, last I checked. Phoenix, I've heard the name before. A fiery bird with life eternal. So basically Phoenix. Beyond unquenchable brilliance, the perfected concept has boasts nigh boundless restorative powers, if I recall. I literally summoned Phoenix in front of you. Truly an exemplary feat of creation magics. Perfection is ever built on the back of failure, however, and La Habrea suffered countless missteps during his experiments. and he was hardly the only one. This phoenix will be but one of many attempts at the concept gone awry. Far from evoking wonder, our phoenix is a creature of fury and wrath, and seeks only to turn the world to ash. Thus it was confined within pandemonium. Development of the concept continued elsewhere, but as the moons turned, more and more researchers abandoned the project as an impossibility, save for La Brea and his words. Well, they seem to have succeeded at some point. When I received word that at long last La Brea had succeeded where so many others had failed, I was nearly overcome. Pray tell, how did the Warders of Pandemonium celebrate their master's accomplishment? I don't believe we did. The research of the Warders of La Brea has little consequences to our work here. Save for those rare times it charges us with a new specimen. Truth be told, I don't remember anyone making note of that occasion. Interesting. Enough reminiscing. We must make ready to confront the phoenix. While it's possible that it flew off to some other wing of Pandemonium, we would make that assumption at our own peril. Better to assume that we'll need to bring Asphodela's most unruly subject to heel. I certainly see no reason to delay. The phoenix's power over flame will avail it far less in the barren corridor than elsewhere, so it may well serve us to subdue it sooner rather than later. Oh, we get to fight Phoenix, yay. It's hot. Why is he hot? What? Okay. Weird. To say the least. It seems whoever's behind this can alter the space around us as well. We face an uphill battle. Impossible. If those were creation magics at work, then that means... Let us confront that reality after we conquer the enemy in front of us. Every drop of our focus shall be required if we are to inter the Phoenix. That was fast. Never mind. Yay, us. Burning Flame summons 4 darkened fires and marks 4 places brightened fires, soak them. The remaining fires will otherwise do raid-wide damage. Okay. Sure. I don't really care for having hints, but... That's someone important, right? That's someone in the mission. That's not too bad. Besides me being my dumb self. That's better. That's what happens for not paying. That's what I get for not paying attention. Not too bad. Oh, there's more. I should buy something like that. Why did I do that? Why do I do this to myself? Yeah. We're too close. It's okay. Thank God that doesn't actually kill me yet. Oh jeez, okay. Oh, I almost killed myself. So not dead, okay. I wish there was more loads for that. That's all I wish for right now. Yeah, I just barely got tagged by that. Got rid of the Darkened Fire. I did my job. Oh boy. So many meteors. I wish I could make that many meteors. Bro, stop running. big yo-yo around it. Fine, whatever. I'm just done. Where did that do? Come on. Why did I do that? I'm dumb. Really? Why? Gloves too. Okay, I guess. All right. With that, the Phoenix check one more hardest to get them out of this arena. As you've told us, there is but one person as Federlos with the ability and authority to wield such magics. Though, fortunately, it appears he has saved us the trouble of finding him. A contemptible display, as befits an inferior specimen. Even so, I expected it would at least delay your advance. Imagine my surprise when I saw a chains of endearment drag the Phoenix back to its cage. Either the bird is even more a failure than its creators care to admit, or you are no mean trespassers. I had hoped our suspicion were misplaced, but alas... That's a pretty cool sword, though. Why he got a vampire outfit on? Keyword Hesperos. Why? Why have you brought such chaos to your beloved Pandemonium? Pandemonium. pitiless, impenetrable, and utterly steadfast, unlike those charged with its keeping. What has possessed you? I don't understand. Oh, Eric Thonios, you must pester me with these inane questions. Think for yourself. Surely you can muster a theory or two in that dim wit of yours. Then again, you have never been one for insight. Why Master La Habrea suffers your mediocrity, I shall never understand. You may look like him, but you're not the Hesperos I know. Something has warped you too, from the inside out. The keyword I knew had compassion for all those under his charge, be they clad in robes or shackled in chains. Was that all a farce? Did you hide your contempt for us all these years? Those who are content to merely glimpse the water's surface are doomed to be dragged into its depths. You prove my opinion of you with every word. My mind is clearer than it has ever been. Even now, seeing you feebly grasp for answers that makes the bile rise in my throat. Such wasted potential. To be son to Master La Habrea, yet no more skill with magic than a newborn babe. But of course, it's always about La Habrea. Silence, you are not worthy to utter his name. For once, be grateful to witness feat beyond your meager abilities, beyond your shallow reckoning. I have slipped the surly bonds of mortality. I have become one with our mythic creations and rid myself of imperfections. I stand upon a threshold of godhood. As a Hemetheos shall I serve Master La Habrea, ever faithful until the end of their days. And he shall require no other. I think not. Interesting. Are you so blinded by arrogance that you've lost sight of what it means to serve? Eric Thonios is more capable than you could ever know. And it was thanks to his instruction that I was able to master the art of interment, both how to wield it and how to break free of it. Leo, let us quit this place. Whatever poisons corrupted Hesperos' mind, it is plain his power far eclipses our own. We must have time to gather our strength. Weaklings though they may be, it takes a singular aptitude to master interment so quickly. To say nothing of how swiftly that familiar load of Phoenix. Regardless, their noble aims will be their undoing, where they fritter away their strength in calming the beast of Asphodels. I continue my work. Even should they survive long enough to reach the heart of my domain, naught shall await them but doom. I eagerly await your arrival, Acrithonius. Even dullards have their uses. My darkest suspicions has been realized. We face the keyword as Fedalos himself. More than that revelation, however, Eric Thonios worries me. He loved Hesperos for his compassion, but received not but scorn for whatever the keyword has become. He has said little since our return. I only hope that the shock of recent events do not prove to be a death knell for his resolve. Who wards the waters? Much as I am loath to disturb Eric Thonios so soon after what just occurred, I am afraid circumstances do not afford us the luxury of time. Perhaps it would do him well to speak truth about recent events concerning both the keyword and his father. The creation of the world which surrounds Pandemonium was an astounding feat of magical prowess, a feat accomplished none other than La Habrea. That both my father and I can bind other than chains is perhaps the only thing we have in common. Ah, so it is true. I'm La Habrea's son. Bereft of his talent for magics or his brilliant mind, but his son nonetheless. Surely this doesn't come entirely as a surprise to you. Nay, I had an inkling when you said you had practiced ethereal shackles since childhood. Assuming you haven't been employed here quite that long, it had to indicate some lifelong, long-held connection with La Habrea. 'Twas La Habrea that taught me how to cast ethereal shackles, but that was it. My further education was overseen by the wards of La Habrea, more specifically my mother, who was a researcher there. You did speak of Athena, chief keyword before La Habrea. She is your mother, yes? Is that really that surprising? How astute. I can see why you were chosen to lead this investigation. You have the right of it. Athena was my mother. And it was she who invited me to join her here. La Habrea had nothing to do with it. I see there's little love lost between you two. What I cannot see is why La Habrea was appointed chief keyword when another was already in place. Was in place. My mother is no longer with us. Ooh, that sucks. And La Habrea was all too eager to assume her responsibilities, with nary a moment spirit to warn her. What love do I owe him now when he offered not one drop of compassion then? Ah, I see. She is no longer with us. An expression conveyed the end of a life. I have known only the public face of La Habrea, while he is lauded for his ability to maintain composure in the face of unnerving circumstances. I must admit that oft he comes across as cold. Apologies, but can we speak of something else? This topic isn't an easy one for me to discuss. Understandable. Have a nice day. Of course, there are more pressing matters at hand after all, namely how to deal with Hesperos. We have yet to see the other warders. Judging by what we know, we can surmise that Hesperos has confined them somewhere beyond our grasp. And now that he is aware of our presence, he will be preparing for our next encounter. We cannot expect to face him on equal footing. Quite the opposite, in fact. Every moment we spend chasing after the creations is another moment Hesperos can contrive another advantage for himself. The wisest course would be to find him first and foremost. He said that he has become one with the creations. Perhaps that means he is vulnerable to interment? In theory, that should be possible. However, is it enough merely to confine him after all he has done? I need to know why. I need to know what drove him to forsake everything he's worked for. Was it all truly so that he could serve his master? To my mind, he's merely put La Brea's own work at risk in trade for some nebulous power. La Brea's chief keyword of pandemonium. How would throwing it into disarray win his favor? It does not make any sense. I share your curiosity, but we must consider that our enemy has us at a disadvantage in every sense. What do you think? Should we seek to put him in fetters, or would it be too dangerous to allow him quarter? Daring as ever, I see. I know not which trials you have faced in your past, but to see you so certain is all convincing I need. Very well, let us try Erchthonius' plan. Thank you, Leo. I believe I can shed some light on the nature of our foe. When Hesperos spoke with us, I noticed he bore the telltale fangs of Vraikolakos? Lakas? A beast which feeds off the ether of its prey. Likely that is the creation Hesperos merged his essence with. And we know all too well that he can change the environment around him himself at will. The battle will not be an easy one, but I believe in our victory. Ooh. Feels by Camp Tranquil still. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Yeah, it's by Camp Tranquil. Well, down here somewhere. Come on, don't get stuck on stuff. Oopsies. Oh, adder's nest. song sounded vaguely familiar. Holy crap, why is my FPS so low here? It's weird. Hmm. Seems my CPU is maxed out. That might be the problem. It's fine. He pants when he runs away. So cute. I swear, if my cube pops again in the middle of a freaking cutscene. Hmm. Okay, let's do it first. We got time. Okay, last fight. Oh, wait, what? We're fighting him already? Interesting. Emethiel's Hesperus. That dude's weapons. I know he has the ability to change. I'm just gonna follow people. Because I have no clue what I'm doing. close to the edge. Kind of getting this fight, but... What? Jeez, he has to be really far from that. Really? No one want LB? Oh, that's fine. Alright, oh cool, I got the armor. Oh, it's the minion. Is he gonna break free? He's gonna break free. Yep. Despite your victory, you shall never have the knowledge you seek. The secret of my transformation is secret of my deception. They shall return to the star with me. You're wasting your breath, Hesperos. We have the upper hand now. Surely you can see that. Yes, yes. My repertoire is not exhausted yet, however. Although I have failed, my end shall be on my terms. So he kills himself. May I die with dignity. Alright then. You abandoned that. Your star shone more brightly than any other in Pandemonium. You had La Brea's respect, his trust. What more did you seek? That you would forsake all that and sully your legacy besides. He became so blinded by his own desires that he lost sight of his duty. In the end, he lost everything, and his plans lie in tatters. I fail to see any dignity in that. Even so, I'd like to know why he chose this path. Hesperos' infatuation with your father was his undoing. Perhaps he was so jealous that fate had chosen you and not him to be La Brea's son. So terrible did its jealousy become that he sought verboten power, power that La Brea would be unable to ignore. How does a pursuit for respect warps one heart so? How does infatuation with one person turn to contempt for everyone else? I've never heard of such a thing. I see. I admit I cannot but find it vexing. But perhaps that signifies naught but my own capacity for bitterness. I do understand what it is to have a beacon to follow in dark times, a person you trust to guide you true. How it is to desperately wish their light would fall upon you again. That looks wrong, having my body censored like that. But we have spent enough time assuming the intentions of the departed. There are the living to consider. We must find other warders, and round up the remaining creations forthwith. Of that, at least, we can be certain. I believe I can be of help in that matter. The influence of Hesperos' magic is fading throughout Asphedalos. Now is the perfect opportunity to seize control of the facilities and restore things to their original state. Seize control, can you really do that? He's pretty powerful. Let's provide he's the next La Habrea, right? What was his presence? Oh, never mind. Ericthonius, what lies beyond that threshold? That's the passage which connects Asphedalos to Abyssos. Why? You are on guard, you two. Now that Asphedalos is free of obstructions, I can more easily sense disturbances in the lower level. Something stirs in Abyssos. A warning sigil? How? Let's return to the gates for now. I should like to apprise the situation from there. Needless to say, our investigation is far from over. Although we have defeated Hesperos, it appears we have but scratched the surface of Pandemonium's troubles. My head is still swimming with questions, but what could this mean that Hesperos wasn't actually behind us? It is a stark possibility, yes. The root of this crisis may lie somewhere much deeper than even Abyssos. When we first encountered you, you said the memories of your escape were vague and that your senses were muddled. I believe this was more than the result of a panic mind. You were made to feel this way by a powerful magical influence. It is possible that the same magic could have poisoned Hesperos' heart, twisting his affection for La Habrea into a burning obsession. Then, in his altered state, he was made an offer of power he could not refuse. Wait, are you suggesting that someone else turned Hesperos into that thing? If so, it stands to reason that they wouldn't stop at him. Indeed, our mysterious mastermind does not lack for subjects for his experiments, for more potential theoi. If what you're saying is true, then my colleagues, they're doomed to share the same fate as Hesperos. Do not lose heart yet, Ericthonios. Hesperos challenged us alone, and that tells me that the process of his creation was a long and taxing one. If he was the first Hemitheos, then the rest of the warders are likely still alive. However, much as I like to hasten deeper into Pandemonium, the way forward is sealed off, we must focus our efforts on finding a way through. With the creation still having free reign of Asphedalos, that won't be easy. On the contrary, I yet retain control of these circles, and thus can wield interment magic within their halls at will. The creatures will pose no threat to us. Just like that? Then nothing's stopping us from returning order to Asphedalos. Just so, I shall require your expertise to keep the peace after the subjects have been returned to the confinement, however. Yes, you're Asphedalos' sole remaining warder, after all. Truth be told, I did not expect this investigation to become so involved. Of course, I would like to resolve matters here without resorting to outside help, but... Do you mean to send reports to La Habrea? 'Tis soon to say. Let us first find a way into Abyssos. It would be best to withhold our judgment until we have ascertained the whereabouts of the other warders and the identity of the party responsible for their disappearance. Agreed. Even so, if it means saving even a single life within Pandemonium, then I am not above asking La Brea for help, should it come to that. Recent discoveries certainly paint Hesperos' action in a new light. The number of unknown elements in this investigation grows, and we must proceed forward with the utmost caution. To that end, Ericthonios and I shall remain here for the time being. Much as I enjoy your company, I do not believe we shall be needing protection so long as we remain as Photolos. You should take this time to rest. Surely you are weary, and there may be more battles ahead of us. Themis' burden may grow heavier in your absence, but he's shown that he's more than capable to bear it. Still, I would help wheresoever I am able. All we've achieved so far has been thanks to you two, and I mean to repay the debt I owe. I don't know what use I can be outside of placating the creatures, but I'll find a way. Nonsense, you owe us nothing. It was thanks to your knowledge of the magics that which govern this place that we were able to come this far. Elsewise, we would have likely succumbed to the hippocampus's assault. Each of us has arrived at this dire pass by separate paths, but it's only by combining our respective expertise that we will reach the end of it and see Pandemonium saved. Thank you, Themis. Hesperos' words have seemed to have affected me more than I realized. Together we've come this far, and together we'll reach the end. I have no doubt we will. Even so, let us allow Leo his rest. Besides, you have someone waiting a report in progress, yes? I dare say your story much more than they ever imagined. Yes, I'm totally gonna talk to... Now, I'm just gonna teleport to old Charlia first. Oh my god, why is this so... I hate this. I hate this so much. Didn't see the exchange in Naporia. Oh, I see. I guess spell speed. Alright, so I can get the earrings. Oh, I need 2 of... Ah, freaking hell. What do I need then? Want to get another... Wait, I think I just got... Oh. That's still 560, then I guess earrings first. Oh, man, it's my inventory. Oh boy. Ah, freaking hell. What do I get rid of? Okay. Something else I can get? Oops. I don't think there is. Yeah, because I don't have enough parts. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Actually, I should get rid of these. Alright, well that's all I wanted to do for today. Bye-bye.